EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this on just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
To throw on first down is Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. That's another quick first down. That's a 25-yard gain.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
First and 10 for Purdy. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
We'll come to the line now on second and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy now on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on third down. They need two. Here's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second and goal. Back to the air again is Purdy. This one caught at the 4.
Check.
To the goal line and in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49ers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down.
Shit.
I'll throw left side there. Not going to find the target. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
C'est complete.
Thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They needed 2 and gained 6. So, 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 58. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Once again, it's Pacheco. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll lose big yardage on this one. Trying to get to the edge. Instead, steps out of bounds well behind the line.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
Third and long for Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And this will wind up a Niners first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's to the 15. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. Here's Purdy. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead, despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On fourth down, Purdy.
Sure.
He'll take it on in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers move out on top, 14-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism. And he's
in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
We got time.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Final play of this first half. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes.
Shit, man.
The pressure's too much, and he goes down. So that's the loss on first. Here's second and 14. Here's Mahomes. That's caught. Travis Kelce. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
This one, a deep shot for Rice. And the Niners are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Here's Purdy again. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will go all the way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole. But that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. And the Niners will take over possession here at the 44.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Check this guy fell.
Before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. Purdy on target to Ayuk, and the 49ers have a 1st down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this 3rd quarter. So 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. To the goal line and in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Mahomes. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw is Mahomes. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Let's go now. 79 Broncos. Track at 60.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. After that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Purdy now on second down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here we go, set.
Here's Purdy. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Set to go now on first and 10. Patrick to throw. Here's a screen set up for P-Rod. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
15, 15.
Now, Mahomes. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be third down. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelce. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they can find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
From his end zone, Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Throwing again from his own end zone. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. Third down coming up. Purdy looks out of the pistol. Has his man. It's Samuel. Running free at the 45. Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary with this quarterback and this playmaker group, man, this is a tough offense to slow down. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Moody now for the extra point. Now how about this? It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they take it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, it's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. On second down, Mahomes. And more of the same. Another interception. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
First and 10 for Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Here we go. One final play. And they're going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So a win here for the 49ers. And this was as good as it gets, all 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long.